In this video, I'll walk you through how to use the PLC on the Image 2500 HH. This machine first uses a bulk fill. The dribble fill is used for increased accuracy. First, we are going to use the test dispense feature to set a recipe. Make sure auto is off in order to select a recipe. Press the recipe selection tab. Recipe selection is used to choose the recipe you want to autofill with. So select a blank recipe and then return to the main screen. Next, press the Test Dispense tab. This is where you put your desired fill weight. This is where your desired RPM will go. The RPM is the speed of the bulk fill. The RPM can be set between 1 and 1000, but a normal starting RPM is between 450 and 900. You want to set a high RPM while maintaining a full fill. Sometimes a slower RPM can fill fuller, so it ends up being quicker. Test high and low RPMs to see which speed runs your product the quickest. This is where your dribble start will go. The dribble start is the percentage of the bulk fill that the dribble fill will start. A good dribble start is 95%. If the dribble fill doesn't work during a test fill, you will have to lower the dribble start percentage and test until the dribble fill runs. Sometimes higher percentages prevent the dribble fill from starting because the filler shuts off early due to overshoot compensation. This is where your dribble speed will go. The higher the percentage, the faster your dribble fill will happen at the cost of precision. A lower percentage dribble fill will fill slower, but it'll be more accurate. Place your container on the scale. Hit the tare button, turn on the drive mode, hit test dispense to run the machine. Check your measured weight here, check your measured overshoot here, input the measured overshoot manually here. You have to put a 0 before the decimal, you can't just put a decimal. Name the recipe here, save the recipe here, hit return to go to the main screen. The recipe name and number are displayed here. To run the machine, make sure auto is on. The machine is now ready to run the recipe that is selected. After adjusting the test dispense settings, it automatically changes to the autofill settings. If you want to manually change the autofill settings without using test dispense, go to the autofill setpoints tab. The recipe name that is selected will be here. Keep the fill type to weight. This is filling using the scale. You can also change it to fill by auger revolutions, but this is not necessary with the scale. Weight, fill speed, dribble amount, which is the same as dribble start. Also, dribble speed and overshoot compensation are all the same quantities as in the test dispense tab. When the recipe was edited in the test dispense tab, it auto copies over to the auto settings in this tab. Once you edit auto settings here, it will save to the recipe. You will also adjust the agitation blade settings here. Off is when the agitation blade doesn't run. With fill is when the blade only runs when the auger is filling. Timed is when the agitation blade runs for a set time on and turns off for a set time. Timed agitation can be useful if your product is building up in the hopper too much from the pre-feeder. Timed agitation running quicker can level out product faster, allowing the level control to work correctly. On is when the blade runs continuously. Hit return to go to the main screen. To manually fill without using recipes or adjusting for overshoot compensation, go to the manual operation tab. You can preload the auger or empty the hopper by pressing the jog button. Set the jog speed to 500 and press the green jog button to make it work. To manually run by auger revolutions, set the turn set point to 10 and press run turns. You can also manually fill by weight by adjusting weight, adjust dribble start, and adjusting the dribble speed. These settings were described earlier in the video. Press dispense weight to fill. Like mentioned before, the servo drive needs to be on to run. The stop button stops the fill. The hopper fill button turns green when full and red when it's not full. Agitation can also be adjusted like described earlier in the video. Measured weight is located here. The tare function can be used to zero the scale with a container on it before fill. Hit return to go to the main screen. Before filling session, go to the configuration tab. Auto tare zeros the scale automatically before each fill. It is ideal for containers with varying weights. If you accidentally press the foot pedal with a full container on the scale, it will automatically zero the scale and then start filling again on the already full container. That is just something to watch out for. Manual tare does not zero automatically before each fill. You need to manually hit the tare button with a container on the scale one time to zero the container weight before you start filling. This is ideal for identical or very similar container weights. If the container weights are not exact, this could slightly throw off the filling accuracy. With this setting, if you accidentally press the foot pedal with an already full container, it will not fill, as the scale is already being satisfied. Hopper fill settings are used for the level control and pre-feeder. The level control is the sensor inside the hopper that can gauge when the product in the hopper is getting low. When the amount of product in the hopper goes below the level control, the pre-feeder will wait a certain amount of time to start filling again. This is the fill start delay time. To keep filling with the pre-feeder after the product hits level control, adjust the fill off delay. Hit return to get to the main screen. To calibrate the scale, go to the Scale Calibration tab, follow the steps to calibrate the scale. The calibration weight should be measured on a separate scale and should weigh a little more than the weight of your desired fill. If your desired weight is 10 pounds, the calibration weight should be about 12 pounds. There is also a filling animation on the main screen to show when the auger is running.